Alright, well, I took this thing down, basically did the back end back months ago, put it back together with paint, new paint. And I put new brake bands in it when I had it all down, putting the seals and stuff in the final drives and gaskets. I put new brake bands in when I had it. Well, out the shop door, I ain't hit the pedal 5 times. Toggle link over here broke. So this brake band was still new. It never got used. It only got pushed 4 or 5 times and the toggle link broke. Well, spring of the year, I needed a tractor to plant with and to cultivate and all that. Instead of tear it back down, I waited. And I only used the tractor this summer with just this brake side. So you see how far this one hits, bottoms out, versus that one. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna adjust this up to catch back up. This one's worn down more because that one side was stopping the entire tractor all summer. I tried not to use the brakes over the summer no more than I had to. But see the difference? We're gonna catch that up in the rod and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, this is the brake adjustment part. I'm gonna go with you and I'm gonna explain some stuff for future people that's researching it on YouTube, trying to figure this problem out. I'm gonna start recording a little bit of mechanical videos just because I kind of figured out how to edit it stuff in bits and pieces together. Alright, because I do all my own tractor mechanic work. Alright, I got a front seal on my transmission leaking. I took the back final drives down and the tubes and all that, and I just went as far as my money will allow me to go. So from the transmission up, in this section, we didn't do anything. I wish I'd have did a clutch and flywheel job, but I just didn't have the money. So we stuck with the final drives and the paint and other stuff. And the engine oil leaks on the engine. Oil leaks on the engine. So, but my plan is, whenever I replace the clutch, I'm gonna pull this torque tube off. I'll remove the torque tube and put the seal and maybe a bearing or two in the front of the transmission. I do got it rolling up there. Be honest with y'all, hey, most people would have parted this tractor out in the condition I got it in. It would have parted it out or took the engine off of it and sold the engine or put the engine in another one that was in better condition, because everything on the back of this tractor leaked. I mean leaked. I'm not talking about seeping. I mean pouring on the ground leaking. This thing has got a lot of hours in a tobacco peel in this time. A lot of hours. You wear a bushing in that brake pedal like that, she got a lot of hours on it. Anyway. Line wrenches. You need to get you some line wrenches. You see how these line wrenches fit? Let me zoom the camera some. See how these line wrenches fit over them nuts just like that? And how I can turn them out with my finger. So I can turn that nut with my finger. Alright. The same way I explained with a throttle rod. I don't think you can get that actuator pulled up enough to get the pin out. But you can do it under the tractor, just be careful. Spray it off with some starting fluid and wipe it down with a rag the day before. And let it sit overnight, let the starter fluid dry, and then stick the bottle torch under here if you can't get them loose. Clean the threads off, and heat the jam nuts first. Break them loose with your line wrench. Do not use an open-end wrench, use a line wrench. 9/16 line wrench on these. Break the nuts loose, and then stick some in here, and heat this, and go to working on this. What you want to do is shorten the rod. It's basic. It's this simple thing that you're doing. You're just shortening the rod. That's all you're doing. Shortening the rod till you get the pedals where they're level with each other when you push down on them. I don't worry about measuring no rods. These rods could be bent. They could have been replaced off of something else. I don't worry about them counting threads and measuring the rod. I worry about the pedal up here where it matters. I worry about it up here where it really matters. I know that these pedals need to be level with each other when you push them. This one's a lot higher now because this is still pad brand new, and I ran the tractor on this pedal all summer. Anyway, I'm gonna get it adjusted up. That's all you do. When you shorten the rod, when you run out of threads, you have to replace the pads. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get the rod. I'm gonna get the pedal set, and then I'll do a conclusion. All right. Shorten the brake rods up a little bit. Like I said, it was my fault that this side wore way more than this side because I didn't repair it immediately. I ran it with just this one side on the brake. Keep my plan and calibrating out of the way for the year. All right, caught it up for the most part. This is a little bit more, but this brake pad is still brand new. Once I run it, it'll be caught up with that one. You know, if you understand what I'm saying. This pad over here on this pedal is still brand new because I only hit it 4, maybe 5 times and the actuator broke and it didn't get used no more. I just toughed it out and let it ride with this one. So this one's still a little bit lower, but this one will get caught up with that one. I'm gonna run them locked together like so they both run together. My bushing in that pedal is wore out. But anyway, well, that's all it is, adjusting the brakes. Like I say, if you can't get your rod loose, right here, heat it, clean the threads off, heat it. Mine was the same way. They were stuck, they were froze, rusted up. 50 years of dirt clammed in them. Heat them with a bottle torch. Use a line wrench. Do not use an open end wrench. Do not use a line wrench. Break the nut loose first after you wire brush the threads. Heat it, break the nut loose, and then heat this piece here and break that loose. Then guss it down with oil and WD-40 or burnt motor oil or whatever your preferred lubricant just happen to be. Everybody's got their own thing they like to use, but I use whatever I got here, I'll be honest with you. My wife picks up most of that stuff. She be a bargain shopper sometimes. Sometimes we got Super Tech, sometimes Super Tech Walmart brand, sometimes we got WD-40, sometimes we got PB Blaster, sometimes we got other stuff anyway. So whatever, I ain't got really no preferred choice on that, but whatever I get my hands on, it's kind of what I spray on it. Anyway, that's all you do. Don't waste your time trying to soak this and spray this on it, spray that on it. You just creating a flammable environment. Just go and put a little heat on it, start with, and go and break it loose with the heat. Then what the heat does, it expands this metal off of the threads. That's what heat does. It expands the metal away from the threads. And once you get it broken loose, don't dip it in water, let it naturally cool. Once you get it broken loose, it ain't gonna take long from that little bottle torch for it to cool back down. And then put whatever you want lubricant on it after you done heated and broke it loose. Use a line wrench. Do not use no vice grips. Do not use no open end wrench. Do not use none of that foolish mess. You're gonna get you a set of cheapo line wrenches. This is what open end wrench will do the stuff you need line wrenches on. So I'm about to round that off. But pretty much it on that. Just shorten the rod. That's all you're basically doing. Don't worry about this on the heel. How long one rod is, how long, that's worry about the little mess. Worry about it up on the pedal where it counts. Worry about it on that pedal. Up here where it matters, on this pedal. Don't worry about that down here. Worry about it on this pedal. So I got this one still, this is a smidge lower because this is a brand new brake pad, so it's gonna wear this, probably some rust on the drum and everything else. It's gonna knock all that off and it'll be pretty close after that. It'll catch up with this one. It'll catch up by itself. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is how you do the 140 Super 8 brakes adjustments.